Alright, so I am in Mythographic Color and Discover Paradise. Now, I did get this one at Walmart. It is also on Amazon. It is by Fabiana. She's the one that did that whole series of the fairy tales. And yes, I have them all. I had to get some of them from Amazon from different countries, but at least I was able to get them. What I want to show you this morning is, now those look all right, right? But two of them have not been deepened around the middle, and I want to show you how and why. So as I'm coloring, you have to leave just a little bit, and let me show you that one again. See how there's a little bit left in the middle? I tried not to go all the way to the edge. I still wanted some tooth left so that I could come back in with this darker brown. Now, this is actually light brown. These are my Crayola pencils. All right, so on the flowers, I layered and I used yellow, golden yellow, harvest gold, and then this light brown. So whoever says you can't color with Crayola, I beg to differ. This is medium weight paper, and I'm doing fine with it. Your biggest thing when you're coming in with Crayola is that you just have to be patient with it. Okay? Now, see how this is behind this one? So I'm going to add some right here. And I'm having to bear down pretty good because I've already got so much color on here. It's not wanting to accept this color. But what I'm doing is just deepening them down here at the base and then putting it on anything that's in the back. It's not going to be huge noticeable difference, but this is just that finishing step. I've seen so many well done pages and then they just could have gone just a little bit further. So y'all try to push that envelope, go just a little bit further. See, that one really took well. And see if by pushing it, you don't just get that added little degree. And I'm going to go between there and the dark, because it would be dark back in there. But by adding just that little bit of extra, see if it doesn't just make that page pop just a little bit, because I think it will. But yeah, I'm just coming down at the bottom all the way around, come in these V's, get those deepened up some. Okay, now you should be able to see it even more on this one because I actually left some background. See, I'm going to go behind, go behind. Now, can you already see how that one petal appears to be behind these two because it's so dark there? So I'm going to do the same thing on these two now. But that's what I'm talking about. Just go that extra step, get that extra color on there, and see if it does. It's just going to give it a little more realistic look. And I am bearing down pretty hard. Like I said, I do already have a lot of color on the page. But see, it's just anywhere where it's behind. There would be a shadow there. There would be a bit of a shadow here. Quite a bit, in fact, there. Quite a bit here. It's all the way in the back. Around here. Yeah, and I can just hear some of y'all. Zoom it in! I know, but if I zoom it in, then it starts blurring. So I'd rather just pick it up and show you. And I will. In fact, I've got this candle that I'm supposed to paint. Let's see if this helps. Okay, yeah, just if I mess with the phone, it goes a little wonky. Yeah, I'm painting those up for a friend for Christmas. So let me see if I can do it this way. See, I'm just getting lighter as I come out. And that's actually a magnifying glass. In this series of books, she does little hidden pictures. Okay, see how that just tucked that back in there? Here, let's do this one. And I'm going to make that spyglass come a little to the top, the magnifying glass, by putting a little bit of dark next to it. Here's one here. Yeah, I don't have as good a control balanced on top of 3 candles, but hopefully it's easier for you to see what I'm talking about. So anywhere where one is on top of the other, this one's on top of this one, then that's where your shadow is going to be. Just deepen it up. It'll push it to the back. Okay? So now the next thing I want to show you is some greens. Now this page is going to look somewhat like a fall page or in fall colors, which is going to be a challenge for me up there. I'm going to use a lot of, where I would normally think of purples and blues, I'm going to use oranges and reds. Yeah, this whole page is just going to scream fall colors. Now I have jade green, olive, and plum. So I count green as a fall, but I don't want it to go too green. I'm going back down. I want it to be more of a brown green. Does that make sense? So I may use the plum, or I may go over here and use this light brown. All right, but first on the leaves, let's just take a leaf that's right here and basic. Anything that is at the top is going to get this color. Now, if I want it to look like it's sunken, humped up, sunken down, humped up, does that make sense? Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to color real light right there. And then I'll cover heavier here, and I'll cover heavier here. Just get that covered. Then I'm going to come in with my next green, the darker one, and I'm going to go in between. Now this will make this look like it's sunken down some, and then I'll just blend it in. And then down here I want it sunken down, and here I want it like the end is just kind of laid over a little bit. See how it's not just a flat leaf, it's got some movement to it. Okay, before blending, looks like that. Okay, so it's ever so subtle, but it's there. And then I'm going to come in and just blend with my lightest color. I don't use blending sticks, colorless blenders, stumps, any of that stuff very often, because I would rather just add color than move around the color that's on there. Then I can come back with the dark green again and just go in the very center of that area. Then I'm going to come in with the purple and see what happens. That plum color. It's really tucking that down in there. Plum is a good purple that you would use for shadows, and it goes well over greens. And I'm going to go just in the very, very middle of this. And then come back with my medium green. And then my lighter green. And I could get real particular and even go right around that petal and this petal a little bit darker, because they would probably be leaving a little bit of a shadow. But to me, that's enough time to spend on one leaf. But can you see how it looks like it's rippled now? It just looks like it's got that bend to it. So I am going to use the purple and not even worry about that brown. Okay? So that was it. Thanks for watching.